Hey everyone, Cappuccino here, and today we are going to be recording our first Wizard101 video. And for my first video today, I'm going to be showing you guys the best storm gear that is currently in the game with level 160 and Novus. So just to get right into it here, I am obviously maxed out level 160. I have 7,500 health, which is really good for a Storm Wizard, knowing that Storm Wizards are a glass cannon and cannot really take anything. Having this much health does feel pretty good. We have 468 mana. We have 210 storm damage, and you could get a little higher if you want to critique some things around. But this is just what I use right now. We have 32 resist across the board. We have 36 accuracy, which puts us at 100%. Hopping on over to here, we have 775 critical rating. We have 376 universal block. We also have 43 armor piercing. 43 armor piercing is really good right now. A lot of bosses have a ton of resist. So the pierce is really good, and a lot of bosses use tower shields, and their minions cast them as well, so it is a really good thing to have right now. I also have 20% stun resist using the stun resist opals. I have 559 pip conversion and 101 power pip with 123 shadow pip rating and 128 arch mastery rating. Now the gear, I'm going to show you guys where to get it, how to get it, and what the stats exactly are on them. So just starting off, I'm using the Aeon Helm, which gives me 749 health. We got 6 accuracy from it, 6 pierce from it, 188 critical rating, and 35 damage. Now, there's like these pins that they've introduced for the dual school, and I haven't necessarily chosen what to do with that exactly, so right now I'm just leaving that blank, just gonna see what's really good, where I'm wanting to go with that. For the robe, I am still using the Malistaire robe. It's still really good. I've heard that there's a raid robe that you can get that's better, but, you know, that's just min-maxing. The boots, I'm using the Fractal Aeon boots. Gives 1,000 health. We got 8 universal resist from it. We got the 14 shadow. We got 5% accuracy, another 6 pierce, 143 critical, and 43 damage. These also give pins for the dual school. The wand, the Fractal Aeon wand, gives, we got 134 critical rating for Storm, 9 pierce for Storm, 29 damage, and 225 pip conversion. This one also has the socket, which has my 5% stun resist on it. For the Athame gives over 1,000 health. We got 15% power pip, 24 damage, and 6% armor piercing, and a 10% power pip and health. Now with the health opals, there are a few that you could get a little better. I think it's up to 160 now, but I don't think it's necessarily worth grinding for those for like 10-20 health. The amulet I'm using, Flygob's Medallion, is still the best for offensive. Gives 4 pierce, 200 health, 35 critical rating, and 4 resist. Now these also take 2 stun resist opals as well. The ring, the Fractal Aeon ring, 400 health, 17 power pip, 102 critical rating, and 19 damage. Yet again, another stun opal. We have a 6% pierce and some more health. Now for the pet, this is my pet I use. I have all damage plus the mighty talent on the charm. Now, when I mentioned the extra damage you could get, you could use the Frillisaur, which you use this pet on top of the mount, and it gives you a set bonus, which I do have the mount here. It's the Chompy Bronto. I just don't happen to not have the stats for it, so that's why I'm not using that for the extra damage. And then the deck, I'm still using the Stormy Paradox deck. I do think that the Merciless one does give like a little bit more crit, but I already have the max crit that I can have anyway, so I don't think it's worth the grind. Now, I will be showing you guys where to go for all of these places and all that good stuff, so see you then. Moving on, we are here at the final boss of Novus. Now, the final boss of Novus does drop the hat, the robe, and the wand. Now, obviously, I'm still using the Malistaire robe, so the robe isn't the best, but the hat and the wand do drop here. Now, a lot of people say that this is hard, and I personally don't think it's that bad. If you get just a team of 4, it's a little bit time-consuming, but it really isn't that bad. It maybe took us like 20-25 minutes from very start to finish. It really isn't that bad, but it's just kind of annoying because it drops 2 separate pieces of gear that you need for the new stuff. Now, right next to it is the design dueling boss, and he is responsible for dropping the ring. Now, he is annoying because he does respawn himself after he is killed, I believe 2 times. But the fight itself isn't necessarily that bad. You can just blade up and hit him. I did this with one other person, and we were able just to cruise through it and had no problem there. Next, we have Maxine. Now, Maxine is responsible for dropping the boots. This fight isn't necessarily too bad. There's no bosses prior. It is just Maxine as soon as you get in there. Me and my friend are able to do this. We were able to minimize it to, we beat it in about maybe 2 to 3 minutes on average. So if you just learn the strat, learn her moves and everything, you can finish this one relatively quickly. Next boss we have here is Rin Tin Tin. Rin Tin Tin is in the same area that Maxine is. Now, Rin Tin Tin is a side boss, so you will need to go collect a quest prior to doing this and fight, I think, at least one boss before, but it is in the new Marleybone themed area, like New Vigorgia, I believe, and you can use the quest finder. It is from a female NPC standing somewhere off to the side. Once you collect that, I think you only need to do just a couple things, and then you will be able to be here. Now for the deck here, this is the final boss of Imperia. It is located in Husk. It is all the way at the very end. The Titan's Trident is the one who drops it. Now, whenever I did it, the Titan's Trident was really, really hard and not worth the farm. But they have nerfed it since, so I think I've only done it a couple times since, and it isn't as bad. It's a much easier compared to whenever I did it. So if you want to farm it, go ahead. But there is the newer one, which I will show you now. Now, you can get the newer deck from here, the Hall of Heroes, which is located in Lemuria. It is in the main area. It is just right here. It is also the final boss. Now, there are 8 bosses in here, so I don't know, which one is ultimately responsible for dropping it, but obviously you have to defeat all of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter which one drops it. But this is where you get the merciless stuff, merciless gear. There's also some hat, robes, boots with it, but with the new level 160 stuff, I don't know if it's worth the grind for all this when you could just wait to 160 to get the new stuff. Just to show it off here, just as a reminder, or in case someone doesn't know, this is where you get the robe. It is the last part of the Darkmoor dungeon. Malistaire, who is the final boss, is the one who ultimately drops it. It is a 3-part dungeon. There are 3 bosses also in this final part. It does take a little bit. It's a little hard for the level, but if you get a team of 4, it really isn't too bad, or just someone who can carry you through it. Last but not least here, we are in the upper halls, which is the 2nd part of the Darkmoor dungeon. Shane Von Shane is the final boss of this area, who drops the Flygob's medallion. Now, the Shane Von Shane one isn't too bad. I believe there are 2 bosses and a minion fight before. But again, nothing too crazy, nothing too time consuming. If you have at least one person to help you out, it really shouldn't be too bad. That is my stats. That is how you get to me. Again, just a reminder, you can, use the set bonus from the Frilosaur and the mount, and then there is also a raid robe you can upgrade. But this is it. This is really good for PvP to get the pierce and the damage. But other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking out the YouTube video. Be sure to leave a like. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to say, be sure to post them down below. I will be checking them out. I stream over on Twitch nearly every single day, twitch.tv/CappuccinoVenti, so be sure to check me out there. I have a Discord and social medias you guys can follow that are down in the description below. But other than that, guys, hope to see you again. I'll see you in the next video. See you.